Right now, somewhere in your support inbox, a ticket is aging, and another one's just landed on top of it. If that sentence makes you wince even a little, stick around. We've pulled together 5 warning signs that tells you your customer service has stopped supporting growth and started slowing everything down. Sign number 1, your backlog keeps growing. And it's not because you're getting more customers, it's because your team is spending more time digging through old tickets than answering new ones. A healthy backlog gives your team breathing room. An unhealthy one means every new query gets stuck in a queue behind problems that should have been closed days ago. Here's where the bar sits in 2026. The industry average for email replies actually sits at around 12 hours, 3 times slower than the benchmark. Social media isn't much better, with most brands averaging 4.5 hours against a 60-minute target. That gap is where your backlog quietly builds. And once it builds, it doesn't really shrink on its own. It just keeps borrowing time from tomorrow's tickets. Sign 2. Response times are slipping and customers have noticed. 88% of customers now say they expect faster service than they did just a year ago. And only 37% of companies are actually keeping up with that expectation. So for the other 63%, the gap between what customers want and what they're getting is widening every quarter. Customers who get a reply within an hour are around 40% more likely to rate the whole experience positively. Speed is now the standard customers judge you by. In fact, when customers are asked what matters most in a support interaction, speed of response comes out on top, ahead of even how well the issue gets resolved and ahead of which channels they're using. Sign 3. Complaints are climbing. 6 out of 10 consumers say they'll switch to a competitor after just one bad experience. That's an additional 1 person from last year alone. 1 bad ticket. That's all it takes for a chunk of your customers. Rising complaints are a lagging indicator, not a leading one. By the time someone complained loudly enough for you to notice, the friction has already cost you goodwill and possibly the customer. A single negative review calling out slow support can cost a business somewhere between £75 to £226 in future revenue. Multiply that across however many reviews you're racking up a month and it adds up fast. Here's the bit that's easy to miss. Though research into e-commerce reviews found that simply responding to a negative review shifts how 37% of readers judge the brand, even when the underlying problem hasn't been fully fixed. And here's the uncomfortable part. For every customer who complains, research suggests roughly 25 more felt the same way and just left without saying a word. The complaints you see are the tip of the iceberg, not the whole problem. Sign 4. Customers keep coming back for the same issue. When someone has to contact you twice about the same problem, it's a sign your first response didn't actually fix anything. And right now, nearly 1 in 3 tickets needs a follow-up. That's a third of your ticket volume that's essentially duplicated work. Repeat contacts burn out agents, making them feel like they're running on the spot, and they also chip away at customers' trust. Nothing says we don't have this handled quite like asking the same question twice. And sign 5, the one that usually ties the first 4 together. Your team is spending most of its time on routine, repetitive support instead of complex work that actually needs a human touch. The rule of thumb here is straightforward. If 30% or more of your team's time is going on routine, repeatable queries, it's worth rethinking how that work gets done. Whether that's better automation, smarter triage, or bringing in outsourced support to handle the volume. E-commerce businesses that outsource their support report cost reductions of 40 to 60% compared with running everything in-house. 6 in 10 e-commerce brands use it, with outsourced performance now matching in-house teams. Done right, it cuts costs, slashes response times, and boosts satisfaction by up to 24%. The question is not, can we afford to outsource? It's, can we afford not to? Growing backlogs, slipping response times, climbing complaints, repeat contacts, and team burnout. None of these mean disaster by themselves, but together they turn support from a background process into a daily bottleneck your team and customers feel. If you've ticked off even 2 of these, it's worth a proper look at how your support function is actually running. Get in touch with us at Newstel Worldwide and we'll help you figure out exactly where the bottleneck is and what to do about it. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, give it a like and subscribe for more insights on customer service, operations, and outsourcing.